No, it's important to have a savings account for our future, an IRA, a 401k. The state of Arizona has its own savings account. It's called the State Land Trust Fund. It contains billions of dollars in millions of acres of land. When Arizona became a state back in 1912, the federal government gave us nearly 11 million acres as state trust land. It's more than 17,000 square miles. It's all the blue you see here on the map, and it's all over our state. It's a huge area, roughly the same size of the entire states of Massachusetts and Maryland combined. So the agreement was we would sell that land over time, then invest the money conservatively and withdraw some of the interest only, not the principal, to primarily fund education. But how much of that money do we want to withdraw every year? That question likely will be before voters in November. There are two different plans being discussed right now, one from the governor, one from the legislature, and the woman ultimately in charge of our Arizona savings account is sounding the alarm on both. The $8 billion in Arizona's savings account is managed here, in a small room on the first floor of the Capitol building, the state's own little investment firm. Markets are watched, trades are executed, money is made. But the big debate now is how much should we withdraw from the State Land Trust Fund every single year and still be able to make sure there's money left for future generations. In 2015, voters narrowly approved a plan to increase those withdrawals from the account from a very conservative 2.5% per year, and had been that way for decades, to a much more aggressive 6.9%, with that extra money going to education. The state's money managers did a good job, and the real estate and securities markets were strong. So the trust actually has more money in it now than it did back in 2015 when those bigger withdrawals began. But now those higher withdrawals are expiring, and some of our leaders want to keep them going or even increase them, and they need a public vote to do it. Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs wants voters to raise withdrawals to 8.9% per year. Republicans in the legislature want to keep the withdrawals where they are at 6.9%. But State Treasurer Kimberly Yee, whose job it is to manage the trust, doesn't like either of those plans.
Ask any other money manager out there across the globe. They will tell you that no one on the planet would ever recommend an 8.9% distribution rate out of a long-term fund such as this. And even a 6.9% is just not normal. And so we really want to stay on point. 4 to 5% is the safe way to go.
But members of the Arizona Senate are defending that 6.9% withdrawal number, saying the results of the past 10 years speak for themselves. Republican Senator J.D. Mesnard has proposed a bill to put the withdrawal at 6.9% from the trust fund back on the ballot this year, basically renewing what was done in 2015. How confident are you that we're going to be okay money-wise taking nearly 7% out?
I mean, I would, in the uncertain world we live in, I would say I'm as confident as one can be, knowing that we have history on our side, knowing that we have a little bit of buffer with additional land sales that will occur that will help, the fund.
Of the nearly 11 million acres the federal government gave us, we have just over 9 million acres left. Some of that state trust land is way out in rural parts of Arizona, but a lot of it is here in the valley and pretty valuable. So this area, Carefree Highway and I-17, all of this land is state trust land, just a stone's throw away from that brand new $40 billion Taiwan semiconductor plant, and it'll bring a nice pile of money when the state decides to sell. The state has made roughly $2 billion in land sales since 2015. That money was put into the trust fund and is now earning more interest. What if somebody argues, Treasurer, we've got more money in that account than we've ever had, and we were taking almost 7% out for the last 8 years? What's the harm?
Well, first of all, you're talking about the last 10 years of performance, and you can never predict future results based on the last 10 years. So you're taking a look at making sure you are providing a hedge against an inflationary environment, as well as protecting the corpus or the principal. And that is our responsibility, and we're just letting people know where our returns have been and where we predict them to go so that they can start at a really strong range, and I believe that's 4 to 5%.
Over the past 10 years, again, thanks to our state's investment experts and solid markets, the fund has averaged returns of 7.2% per year.
So I feel pretty confident that we can do that again. We even have a little bit of wiggle room between the average performance and what we're proposing in this measure. And if something disastrous happens, we can always go back to the voters to change that, or we can put some safeguards in as the legislation moves through the process.
So right now we're withdrawing roughly $500 million a year from this account, which is significant money. So you can expect to see the issue on the ballot this November or possibly in a special election in 2025.